Good morning and Happy New Year. I hope that you all enjoyed your celebrations, Hogmanay or New Year celebrations. And here's to a really positive, happy, peaceful, healthy 2024 for everybody. I have to confess that it's been a bit of a crappy new year for me so far. Or I should say the end of last year was pretty bad. Not been a great few days, as you can see. So in Scotland we had ice at the weekend, and then the rain came and washed it away, but unfortunately that was too late for me. I fell, I have a fractured wrist, and I have multiple breaks in my arm. One of the bones, the radius I think it's called. So on the inside of the radius it's a clean break, and on the outer, on this side of the radius, it's so many breaks that they can't be counted. It's shattered it. And also my hand was all, well, it's still not lined up correctly, but it was all disfigured and it was all pushed out. Like I fell back on it and the handle got pushed backwards. Horrific. It's the only word for it, is horrific. So, but the hospital have been amazing. The staff have been so great, and it was so painful because they had to try and align it. What's the word they use? What was the word they used again? Let me think. I can't remember. But they had to like try and put it back in alignment. Yeah, the most painful thing I've ever experienced, but there's nothing that could be done to avoid that. And they did put a local anaesthetic in the bone to try and help ease the pain, and I got gas and air. So this all helped, but it was still agony, I have to say. No, I still can't think of the word. Manipulation. I think they had to, they manipulated it as close to the shape it's meant to be, but it's still like a wonky angle, but a lot better than it was. And then they're going to operate. I've got to get a metal plate put in to help hold my wrist together in the correct position. So that will like line it up so that it's like for on the underneath, so that it can do this and heal for that. And then the bones on the top have to just naturally fuse back. But because the metal plate will be there, it'll save it ending up fusing back like this. It'll like, you know, be in the correct position. And then I've got to have physio after that. So, oh my God, yeah, 4 to 6 weeks in a cast after surgery, and then physio. So it's going to be probably quite a long road ahead. And yeah, hopefully, they think hopefully with the surgery I should be able to get normal function of my hand and my arm back, which is a big relief. I mean, there's never guarantees, but it's looking as if they are going to be able to do a lot for me. So thankfully, so grateful for all of that. Being cared for well. Back home with Nurse Bella. Nurse Bella's been taking good care of me as well. So yeah, that's been my time since Christmas. Also, it's been a difficult couple of weeks too, because there's been some other things going on with somebody I'm close to, but she's doing all right, so that's a relief. Yeah, someone in my family, so thankfully things are going in the right direction with things for her, which is a huge relief. So yeah, drama. So I'm still going to do this no spend. My plan is I'm going to do a no spend January. There are other people out there who enjoy doing that kind of thing, and there are some great YouTube channels where there are people who are going to be doing a no spend. Oh gosh, what's their name? The first, that's terrible. Yeah, my brain, because I'm taking like strong painkillers, I'm slightly fuzzy, so I apologize for my crappy memory today. Let me think. yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Under the Median, who are brilliant, and Kate Caden, I'm pretty sure they're both, well, no, I know Kate Caden's definitely doing that. I'm pretty sure Under the Median are. And who's that nice couple, nice American couple? It might come back to me. I know they're doing one. And I think the Frugal, what's her name? Frugal Queen in France. Her and her husband, they're doing one. It's a really great way to start the year. There's a lady who did a TED Talk back in 2015 or 2016. She did a no-spend year, and I remember not long, I don't think it was that long after that, I saw her video, and I was always inspired to try that, but I think baby steps. So no spend, I've done no spend weekends and stuff like that, but I think a no spend month is a good place to start. And my word for the year is needs. Actually, it was the morning of the accident, ironically. Like, I thought, well, my priority this year is going to get back to focusing on needs rather than wants, and also needs of what I need to feel nourished, healthy, rested, relaxed. But now I'm going to be forced to just focus on needs because of this accident. So, yeah, it's funny how life turns out sometimes, isn't it? Maybe the universe is trying to tell me, yep, just needs this year, Lara. That's it. Yeah, I still can't think of that other channel. They're such a lovely couple. Emmy and Paul. Oh gosh, what's their name? If I ever remember, well, I'll see after I've filmed and then I can put it in the comments or whatever. So anyway, enough waffling. Well, it's not intentionally waffling, but yeah. I am going to reevaluate how I'm going to do my no spend January. So like with a no spend month, there are still essentials that have to be paid for, things like bills, food, that kind of thing. Normally I'd have a commute, but that ain't happening. So yeah, so I won't need to spend a lot on food this month because my plan is using up stuff in the fridge and the freezer. So I did a menu plan. I had a menu plan for the first 2 to 3 weeks of the month, but that's kind of gone out the window now because I don't know yet what cooking capabilities I'm going to have. Like, how I'm right-handed, so peeling things, I'd have to get a left-handed peeler, and I still don't know if I could manage chopping things. You know, that kind of stuff's going to be a challenge. So I'm going to have a look through my fridge and freezer and just reevaluate, figure out what meals I can make with what I've got, and yeah, and have a look at that. And so yeah, with the no spend month, there's still like anything that's an essential, as I say, so bills, food, travel, essential travel, but then it's no spend on the wants rather than the needs. So I'm all geared up for that and looking forward to it. And it's still achievable even though I'm unable to go anywhere and do anything really, apart from having the operation. So as I say, my plan is I'm going to do a recce and see what I've got, and I can show you in a wee while. So also, this is going to sound very random, but I have a bag of stuff to take out of the freezer, so I will come back and show you in just a second. Right, that's me back again. So, last video I did before the 2 daft Christmassy ones, I showed you these things that I'd got from the swap shop. The coat I ended up selling on Vinted because I wasn't 100% sure, and the texture of it, I just wasn't a fan of the texture, the material. I thought it's probably going to itch me, So everything that I got in the swap shop was free apart from that coat. The coat cost me £5, so I asked for £5 on Vinted and it sold in a really short time. So these are the things that I that I had swapped in the swap shop. The only thing that was bought, as I say, was the coat, which I've now sold for the same price. So basically the shopping trip was free, completely free. But they have just been frozen for a week, which might sound really bizarre, but the reason that I always do that, whenever I get any textiles, which are like, apart from socks and underwear, are secondhand, 99.9% of the time probably, so I freeze them. And the reason I do that is because if I freeze them, then if there were any moth eggs or anything like that, it kills the moth eggs. So I think it's got to be at least 5 days minimum to kill the moth eggs. And they probably don't have any moth eggs. But also, if there was any mildew, like kind of mouldy mildew, it deals with, but you can tell from the smell of things. And it's extremely rare for things to end up with that issue. Because things in the charity shops and stuff, they get steamed, they get checked for suitability to sell. So, and then also in the swap place, they don't put things out that are in bad condition. But moth eggs are so tiny, and it just gives me peace of mind. I don't want to be bringing something home and sticking it straight in the wardrobe and then not realising it has moth eggs, and then when they hatch and then they go on the rampage and chew everything. Like, that would just be so wasteful. So for the sake of waiting 5 to 7 days, it just gives me peace of mind. And I know that that's definitely been demothed. So that is the reason. But also from the kind of mouldy mildew, if there's any kind of odour, it also destroys all of that as well. So they're totally fresh. But if there was ever anything like that, I would wash that as well. And then also for removing any kind of musty smells, if you wash things and you put in a bit of white vinegar and bicarb or baking powder, it's really excellent for that. It tackles any odours like that, and so does freezing. So they're my wee tips. See, these kind of home recipes, home remedy things are so good. So, and they're cheap and cheerful, and it's no nasty chemicals, so it is a win-win. So without further ado, I will go and I will, it might take me a while, so I'll come back in a bit. I'm going to take stuff out of the fridge and freezer, and I already know what's in my cupboards. I think there's a few extra things that have gone in, so I say write them down. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as writing things down. I can't really write with my left hand. So this is going to be, everything's like just new at the moment. I'm like having to just start over, relearn how to do stuff with my left hand. So, but writing I think would be really frustrating, but I probably will start practicing that soon. Anyway, we shall see. I haven't figured out how I'm going to keep track of things yet. But I shall be back soon. Bye. Right, I have a plan. So these are things that I'm kind of thinking in my mind a bit like a kind of traffic light system. So I guess this would be the green stuff. Green for go. So these are the things that I need to use up the most urgently, because otherwise they'll spoil quicker. So it says cottage pie, but that's a lid that it's been washed. There's no longer cottage pie. There's 3 veggie sausages or 4 veggie sausages in there that I've already cooked. They need to be used up. There's, like, as I said before, there's these veggies. I know that I don't think I can peel and chop them, but I mean, maybe with a normal knife I might be able to cut the potatoes a bit, or maybe I'll just do like baked potatoes in the air fryer to use those up, because that would be manageable. So they'll not go to waste. But I was thinking for the carrots and the parsnip and the broccoli, what I could maybe try is I've got this grater that's like a tub. So maybe if I can find a way to kind of hold that still, I could grate the outer skin and any bad bits off, and then like maybe be able to chop the parsnips even just into big pieces and air fry them. I could just steam the broccoli anyway once I've got the bad bits off. The carrots I could just grate. So yeah, I might be able to do something. Like everything's taking forever right now anyway, so we'll see. The sprouts. So I mean, that is a beast. I don't know if I can really do anything with that right now, which is a shame because I love my Swede, but we'll see. We'll see. But and then this is like a couple of packs of like kind of veggie mock bacon. Never tried it, but my colleague at work gave me it because she had a relative staying who didn't end up using it, so she's passed it on to me, which was kind. So I'm thinking, so with the sausages and the veggies and some potato, maybe, and I've got some tins of beans, I'm thinking of doing some kind of sausage and bean veggie hot pot casserole type thing. Just chuck everything in the slow cooker, and then that would do me for dinner tonight, maybe for tomorrow. And you know, like the veggies, use them with things as well in a different way. We shall see. And then this bacony stuff with some veg and the pastry, which is already rolled, which is a godsend. I can like maybe make some kind of pie things again to have with spuds. That should be easy. These are more like the amber. They're kind of, I've got a bit of time. So, but anyway, with my cocodamol, I'm going to be having, I think they're dates or prunes with yogurt or porridge regularly, and smoothies and things. I've got smoothie mix in the freezer, and my friend got me this smoothie yesterday too. That was kind of her, to help things keep moving along, shall we say. I won't say anything else about that. Oh, I was well chuffed with that. I got that for £2 in B&M. I went in to get, it wasn't the day of the accident with Bella's litter. I think it was the day before. I went to get a few bits that I needed, and I saw it. I thought it goes nicely with the teapot. So there you go. So I've got to use these up. And I was thinking that there's a little bit of time because the date on that vegan cream stuff is not for a couple of weeks or so. So at some point when I have my mum visiting, I've got frozen raspberries and strawberries. So I might try and make some kind of Eton mess type trifle, well not trifle, like kind of strawberry meringue cream type thing. We shall see. These have got plenty of time left in them, so that's good. And then that's just some sweet treats. So I had a look through what was in the freezer, and I would normally use like these kind of weekly planners, but I can't really write at the moment, as you can see. So what I've done is I've written down what's in the freezer that's suitable for meals: 2 cheese and onion slices, 2 fish cakes, 2 portions of veggie sausage rolls. Oh, there's 2 quiche, 2 kedgeree, 2 risotto, 2 salmon curry couscous, a thing of mince. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything with that. A tin of tuna in the cupboard. I've got a star there because I need help opening that. So I need to think ahead if I've got visitors and I can ask for help with certain things. Hang on a second. And then there's also 8 focaccia, a whole loaf of bread. Then there's other carbs in the cupboard. Tins of beans, 5. Tins of baked beans, 5. Tins of chickpeas, 4. So I'm going to definitely do a chickpea curry at some point. There's veggies to use up in the freezer as well. So some tins of tomatoes and pesto and pasta sauce, as you can see there. So yeah, there's stuff to use up that I can probably manage with the one arm at the moment. So I'm hoping to not really need to buy very much at all. I've got milk powder, So I might not even need to buy any oat milk or soya milk, hopefully. This will hopefully get me quite far into January, this stuff here. So we shall see. We'll keep you posted. And thank you so much for watching. And I meant to say, if it's your first time watching any of my videos too, welcome and thank you so much for checking the video out. And my name's Lara and the channel Frugalfull. It's about ways to live well, happy, but modestly, comfortably on a tight budget, living a frugal and simple but also full lifestyle. So thanks again, take care, and again, Happy New Year. Bye.